Okay, hello, my name is James. I've been part of Extinction Rebellion for 4 years, since 2018. I am a scientist by profession. I work with a research group that looks at how to achieve change towards sustainability. I do this because this is the productive thing I do with my spare time. Finished my doctorate doing system change and sustainability, and XR started, and I read their demands and thought, you know what, if I had to design it, that is what I would do. So over the years I've had all sorts of different roles, but at the moment I'm primarily a drummer. And drumming for me is a hugely important part of what we do. It's useful for lots of different things. So a little bit of it is just keeping everybody happy and being fun. Some of it makes it useful for outreach. People come and take more flyers off us when we have drums, But also when the police are closing in and everyone's getting arrested, there's value in being able to say, sorry officer, I couldn't hear you, to avoid prosecution. And we can hold spaces that normal people can't, and with fewer numbers of people because everyone's carrying a drum and all that sort of thing. So there's lots you can do with drummers in a protest space. And it is more difficult to arrest somebody while they're dancing. So yeah, that's why we do it. Our kind of model is based on rhythms of resistance. It's just a form of protest drumming that's all over the world. There's bands from like Israel, Palestine to like South America. There's rhythms of resistance bands all over the world, and it is a formula that is designed that people can go and learn very simple patterns and then go out on a march. Some of us can do some really complex and cool stuff, but we could teach anyone to drum with half an hour and they'd be ready to go out on a march. They'd probably be a bit out of their depth, but they'd be ready to go. The rhythms are very simple, and it's all coordinated with hand gestures. You have someone at the front who's constantly sort of making stuff up on the fly. So originally we were called Samba. We aren't really. We have too many influences, too many different places to call it Samba. And actually what we do is too simplistic really to be called Samba. But the closest you have is the Batacuda, which is a sort of, as far as I understand it, kind of improvised version. And that is the thing that we do better than anyone else. All of our people who whistle, and now most of us can just make up a cool tune on the fly, based on the ingredients they've already got. What started me drumming was coming to Rebellion. I'd done marches and things. Yeah, bands are fun. But when I went to my first Rebellion, I remember thinking there was a very long night that I spent, because I missed a lot of it. I was at home, and there was this giant sort of battle for Parliament Square. There was like 1 million cops there. And I remember sitting there watching these live streams, and my friends sitting on the floor about to be arrested, thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen? Now I know, and it wasn't a big deal. But anyway, I know about midnight, this massive Samba band showed up, along with about 2,000 people. And the coppers all just went, oh look, it's late, let's go home. And we held the space. So I remember thinking that was cool. And then I came down for the October Rebellion, where all the sites were sort of within earshot of each other. So if you heard the band kick off somewhere else, oh, something's happened there. So everyone ran to there. And it made us much more tactically flexible. I like the drumming. I enjoy doing it from a sort of art point of view, but I'm not a musician. I enjoy it for how tactically useful it is to the Rebellion. That's why we do what we do. If we just needed bands, there's lots of people who can play instruments, but there aren't that many people who do this. So yeah, that's my inspiration.